Hi, I just wanted to show you my tourmaline bracelet I bought online from eBay. I think it came from China. It's got jade on it, little jade bells, and it's the coloured tourmaline is around the thing. These are the jade. I don't know what these are. I think they're tourmaline as well, and it has meaning like healing abilities. What I use it for is getting rid of intrusive thoughts that just pop into my head that aren't mine, and it's like, what the hell? And they're really bad. Some of them are degrading, and the reason why I get those is because years ago, idiot Australians used to, if I went to a shop, they'd ring that shop, they'd follow me everywhere, and they'd ring that shop and ask them to try and hold me there till they arrive, and they'll give them, you could hear the conversations on the phone, and they'd keep me there. I said, excuse me, and they go, just a second, just a minute. And then by the time when they arrive, they're always telling me how worthless and I'm never going to amount to anything. I'm nothing and just nothing. I'm a nobody. And then they give the store owners envelopes. So I gather there's money in the envelopes just to abuse me. And that's what those intrusive thoughts are from, is from abuse from the Australians. So I use this to get rid of those intrusive thoughts that are very bad, degrading me, and terrible things they are. So now if they do it to me now, I'm waiting for them to do it so I can say to them, you're the one that's worthless. Now cop it back. Everything you've done to me, you cop it back tenfold. I just can't wait, but they haven't bothered. Maybe they've gone on with their life, but I think they were a cult. There was one time as well, each boyfriend I've met, there's only a couple but still sounds like a lot, they said the same thing. We get what we want because of what we did to you. That's what they kept saying. And they said they wanted a 33-year-old young girl. And they all wanted it. There was 3 different ones that wanted the number 33-year-olds. And I go to a different town to relive my life, get rid of those idiots that surrounded me with that occult, and you couldn't get away from them. The same thing happened. Oh, we get what we want because of what we did to you. I want a 33-year-old girl. I thought, what is this? Is this a spell or something, Yet they abused me, and then they said that. So I thought, no, fuck off. So I got a court order to keep them away. And I figured, well, it's hard to get away from occults when you're raised with it, when you're young as well, because my mother used to use my picture and claim she was me. She must have been doing spells as well, because she got loans in my name and people let her get away with it. One fellow I rang to get a loan, and he said, well, we can't give it to you because you got a loan and you didn't pay it. We know it was your mother because she tried to claim she was you and showed a picture of a young child, teenager, and we let her get away with it because we wanted to see where she was going to go with it. How dumb is that? Still allowing to use my name, and they knew it wasn't her, but they still let her. So she believed that she was me. So she was writing letters to my friends, boyfriends, everything, and she was getting mail back because I found the mail in the mailbox. And she was upset that I found the mail. I thought, this is she's a very weird person. She can't be very happy with her own looks, to want to be her daughter. I must have been good looking. It made her very jealous and wanted to be me. So that, so occults I've been raised up with occults, beaten and tortured, tormented, you name it, with the cults, and it was hard to get away from them unless I stopped seeing Australians, full stop. No boyfriends from Australia, nothing. I don't want nothing to do with Australian males. It's over. I'd rather go with someone from another country. And that's why I'm really glad there are people from other countries in Australia doing their own religion that's not a cult. And it's not harming me. Every Australian boyfriend I had, I tried so hard, they just abuse. They just change. So I thought, no, I don't want Australians. No. I tried an Aboriginal and they're worse. They want everything for themselves. You've got to buy them this and buy them that. I wouldn't buy him anything. I said, you've got to give me the money to buy it for you. And they steal from you. Australians do that as well. They stole. Oh God, it's so depressing. So lucky I'm wearing my emerald ring. It gets rid of depression, and doesn't get rid of those intrusive thoughts. Maybe it helps get rid of them, but this pulls them out. And as it's pulling them out, I can feel the negativity, like you're worthless, rah, rah, rah. So I know it's from the Australians from years ago when they used to follow me around paying people. Several shops and even a car wrecking yard got payment once. This fellow, he kept saying I needed the part. He kept saying they're looking for one now. And they kept me there for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and this fella turns up and he's got a jacket on. And I'm standing there watching him. I think this is strange. He's serving him, but not me. And he said, yeah, look, what's this all about? And he said, just a moment, sir. And then he took his jacket off and he tried hitting me, but I saw it coming and ducked. I moved back and he missed. And he says, oh, sorry. And the fella's just watching him. And then he took off the other one and he stretched his arm out to try and hit me again, but I knew it and ducked, and I saw the back of his legs and I was going to kick him. And I thought, no, there'd be assault or something bad on me. And he gave him an envelope like all the others. And I thought, there's something about this. They're paying people. Who are they and how are they watching me to know where I'll be? So I never got punched, but still it was a strange experience with us. They're all Australians too, by the way. None of them were from overseas, not one. Not one of them was a different country accent or anything. They're all Australian people. So that's what I think of Australian people is I do not like them one bit because of my background with them. They're strange over me. I'll drink water instead of coffee. Oh, that's better. So that's where the intrusive thoughts are coming from, is from people that abused me verbally for no reason at all. They just abused me. And then paid the store owners for keeping me there. They paid them. So it's strange. But anyway, I get intrusive thoughts, very hard to get rid of. when they happen, and they're very depressing as well. This gets rid of the depression, like I explained last on other videos, that if I take it off my right hand, I get severely depressed. I wear this always. With those intrusive thoughts, I use this and it comes out, but I can feel all the negativity as it's coming out. And I notice it, and I know where it's from. It's from my past, from the abuse the dumb Australians did to me. I know it's from that, so I say goodbye to it and it's gone. This tourmaline, coloured tourmaline one, this one specifically does get rid of them. This gets rid of depression and attacks. Like if I took it off, I would be eventually attacked by unseen forces. I can't explain what they are, if they're ghosts or if it's schizophrenia in my head or spell, curse, I don't know. But as soon as I put that on, it gets rid of it. So the attacks don't happen to me, but the intrusive thoughts were pushed into me by Australians. Why, I don't know. It's got to be a cult. And it's got to have something to do with that angel accusation. They might think that I'm a real angel and that I should handle their abuse. I'm not that kind of angel. Dumb Australians. I'm actually called a woman, to be so precise to you dumb Australians. I'm so sorry you don't know anything else. Your mind just cannot understand anything else, that a woman is a woman, not for your abuse. But anyway, whatever they do, they believe so badly, it'll come back to them because they believe it and it happens to them. So they'll cop it anyway. And I don't care. I don't know them. They know me, but I don't know them, and I don't care if they died or if their family members die and they're sad. I don't care. I don't know them. I'm not there. They know me. They've followed me around for fucking years. I shouldn't have swore. I get so angry about dumb Australians. And they're getting rid of people from other countries with visas. I think that's sad because I prefer other people from other countries because they're not abusive. The dumb Australians are abusive, not other countries. They're very good and nice people. So anyway, that's that, and that's my bracelet, that jade, those little bells of jade. These dangly things are tourmaline, green tourmaline. And these are different coloured tourmalines, like you can see it's got watermelon colours as well. And different colours, which means different things for each different colour. And that doesn't often work for me, what they say on the internet. You've got to work it out yourself with your own gems and your own crystals. These work on intrusive thoughts because I noticed them getting pulled out straight away as soon as I put it on. So I wear it every day. I don't go out with them on because I don't want to damage them. They're on elastic, and I don't want the elastic to break and me lose any tourmaline beads. And the jade, I don't want to lose the jade. It's a very nice bracelet. It wasn't expensive. It was on eBay in Australia, but I think it came from China. So anyway, that's all for now. I wanted to talk about these attacks and the emerald getting rid of these powerful attacks. Oh, and I wanted to talk about this. This came, it arrived from Egypt, and all through the delivery process there was storms and floods and fires. So it was chaos, and it picked up the energy somehow. I don't know how it works. Like I said, things happened, and strange events happened here where it was very weird, knocking on doors. It was like I was softly getting pinched all over my body, noises in my cupboard, noises next door all around me, voices. I heard a child, and I heard a woman and some men. When I moved this away from me, all that stopped, so I knew every time I put it close to me, it happened again. So over and over, it happened again and again and again. It only happens when I bring it out, and I brought it out because I want to explain that I have been studying up words of power. So I thought, well, if I can't get rid of these strange events, and I really want my crown to work for me, because I collect crowns and I wear them for different things. If I can't get rid of them, then I will control them with words of power. When I wear this, I speak to them and I ask them to do me favours. I command them to do me favours, not ask, I command. And I use the words of power to make them listen to me, because I wait for the strange events to start, then I tell them, I want rah, 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 rah. I command you to rah, rah, rah. Will you listen to me? And all these other words of power. So I thought I'll share that bit of info, because if you can't beat them, you don't have to join them. You can control them with words of power, and send them off to attack someone, because you know it'll work. You know yourself, it happens to you, so it happens to me, so I know it will work if I send them to attack someone else, whatever it is. There's an ambulance out in front. Yeah, someone needs an ambulance. I've been in those several times. So anyway, I thought I would share that. This is gold leaf. I think it's 24 karat gold, not sure. And it was handmade in Egypt. It's the city of Egypt, wherever that is. In Egypt, anyway. And I asked the guy, I sent him a message saying that there's strange goings on. He said, well, he sold plenty, and nobody has any weird experience. It's only me. And it came through chaos, so it's naturally going to have that chaotic energy. How that works just does. Strange things are happening all over the world, it seems. So I thought I would share that information, and this tourmaline information. It says on the internet does something, green is for the heart, and all these other colours do different things. But the whole lot together for me, and the jade works for me to get rid of intrusive thoughts from my past. Those horrible thoughts that hit me and for no reason, and it's so depressing. I have to wear my emerald ring, and wearing this pulls it out, and you can feel all the negative energy coming out. You can actually feel it. So tourmaline works different for different people. All crystals and stones and gems work differently for different people. So mine works differently for me. It's very protective. I don't know if it's the jade doing it, or the tourmaline and the jade, or just the tourmaline. It works as a bracelet, getting rid of those terrible thoughts that people planted in my head all through my younger years. So anyway, that's the strangest thing with cursed objects. They could be a good curse or they could be a bad curse, but either way you've got to work out which one it is and how to win over it or wear it on a certain time even of day, or certain hand, like this emerald. It's beautiful. It's African emerald. I don't know if the person was depressed when they wore it on their left, or if they wore it on their right, or if it was just from a cursed land in Africa, or if it's from their voodoo things. Either way, it works for me. It gets rid of depression, it gets rid of attacks. This one, I'm going to control those other attacks. Very powerful. I say watch out. If you're an enemy of mine, watch out, because they will attack you if I command them. And get yourself some crowns. Go into a realm of your own. Feel the energies from that crown. It's the only way to be different and experience different things, like my books. They are different as well. Like how I can turn the page to, if I'm got a little bit of anxiety or depression, it'll turn to the page healing anxiety. It's did that several times. So what I did was I did that spell on that page, and I did it when I had no anxiety and no depression. So I don't know if it worked. If I read the spell out, even without the herbs and gems, it still worked when I was depressed. It's worked. So I didn't have to use the herbs and gems that it says in the book. But I did. I made it. I made the tea, and I didn't drink it. I used it as a lotion or potion. Made it as a potion and put it on my hands, sprayed it on, and so I don't know if it worked or not, because I didn't have depression at the time. And I just thought I would try it because I kept turning to that page. So anyway, the herbs started to smell the next day, I think it was, or the day after that. So I emptied it out. It was off. So I emptied it out and never bothered to make another one. Just been using my emerald ring to control I make sure now I wear it to get rid of any depression or anxiety that has been forced into me from those dumb Australians. I feel I'm the winner. I got rid of it all. I can get rid of it all when it appears again. I just can get rid of it. And I'm thinking about looking for a spell to send it all back to them. All of them that played a part in my verbal abuse, in my mind's abuse, to return to them tenfold and let them cop it. So that's what I'm going to do next, is look for one, whether there's one in these books, I don't know, or online. But it would be a return to sender thing. They copy back what they dished out. The cults are just so dumb in Australia. They're so abusive. They don't do anything but abuse. They're just worthless. Probably the same in America as well. All gay. There's no one with strength in occults. They're just all gay and they all join in. It's hard to get away from them unless you age and they age. And they do their own thing and separate their own ways and they stop abusing it. So, respect. There was one time in Wynnum, Queensland, there's a Five Ways, and there was a shop on the Five Ways, and there's a house near the shop, near the Five Ways. A couple houses away from the centre of the Five Ways, and it was haunted, so I found out later. And these friends of my brother's lived there, and they took off real suddenly and left the rent there, so they said I could stay there if I cleaned up, the rent was paid, which they lied later, I found out. They took off because they were so scared. They trashed the place, or someone else got in and trashed it. It was trashed. I was forever cleaning to have somewhere to stay. And they didn't tell me that the place was haunted. Spiders eventually, I had friends helping me clean up, and spiders, they saw the spiders crawling all over me, and it crawled all over them as well. And we went to the church, got holy water, nothing worked. Splashing the holy water around didn't work. One night, there was a knock on the door. I was trying to clean up and I couldn't find a broom. The broom went missing, or I put it somewhere I couldn't find it. I went to the front door thinking it was my friends back to help me. And there was a broom. I'll just pause it and I'll show you what it's looked similar to. It looks similar to this. I bought this broom because it looked similar to it. Very witchy looking on a stick. I'll just put it back. And again, spiders crawled all over me, and I got the broom and I'm sweeping them away and they're just disappearing in front of my eyes. I thought, wow, this broom is, and these spiders, where did they go? That's weird. And the broom was working, getting rid of them. So I thought, that's a really cool broom. Next day, my friends came over and they're helping clean up, and I'm sweeping the floor with my new broom. And they got a bit funny about this. They said, Donna, where did you get that broom? I said, oh, someone left it out the front. And the guy, he had a motorbike, he took off. He said, I'm trying to get away from a cult. I'm leaving. And he took off on his bike and he said he's never coming back. And I thought, oh, I felt so sad. I lost a friend. And the others took off because this broom looked so out of place that you'd swear it was a witch's broom. And it's working on these spiders, and I thought, well, what's the harm in it? It's working. It got rid of the spiders, and they never got attacked by these spiders either, and who cares if it's a witch's broom, you know, or looks like some sort of weird witchy look about it. It worked. The next day the cops knocked on the door and they said to me that I have to leave because I'm not legally allowed to stay there. And they said anything that belongs or appeared to the house stays with the house. And they asked me, I was in shock, and they asked me what appeared, and I said, a broom. And they said, where is it? And I showed them, they took it. They didn't take anything else in the house, they took the broom. I felt so depressed after that because that was like my broom. It was like magical. It worked on these spiders and it could work on other things. So I bought that broom that I just showed you, similar looks to it, and no cop's going to get this broom. No one's getting this broom, this is mine. And I use it when there's weird things, if I can remember to use it, because I use emeralds and I use that thing, that chant in the book, and I use crystals and so forth. I sometimes forget to use that broom, but when I do, it works. It gets rid of supernatural things and spiders that appear from nowhere. It gets rid of them as well. So it gets rid of bad spells that were sent to you or hauntings. It gets rid of all of that. It's amazing, the broom. And I don't care if it's a witch's site of doing things. I don't care. It works for me, and I'll keep it. So all my weird items, right down to an emerald, lovely emerald, getting rid of things. If they work, why not? You know, that's how it goes. I've been looking up on the internet, on YouTube, mainly for cursed items, but they only show rich people's cursed items, and they involve death and involve bad times and diseases, where they don't get into normal people's cursed items. See, there's a lot out there that nobody knows that are cursed, and you could buy them and not realize they're cursed. And you have to work out, well, I have to wear it on this finger or that finger, or where do I wear it? You've got to work it all out yourself to be able to have a good curse. This is definitely cursed, but I can control the curses with powers, words of power. So that book is that book. It's got words of power in it. It explains how you can use words of power and stuff to control spirits and demons and spells. So I've been reading up on that to control whatever is infused in this through chaos, and I control them spirits or energy, and I will attack my enemies, like the ones that kept abusing me verbally. I'm going to attack them back and send back what they did to me. If they can believe in doing things like that to the mind, that they believe so much to make it work, then they can copy it back as well, because that's part of their belief. And you know, they say in doing those occults, you know, they say if you do something, it comes back to you 3 times harder. In the Bible, it can come back to you 1,000 times a day. So every day 1,000 times you cop it back. So that's 1,000 times. That's pretty heavy stuff. So anyway, that's all for now. That's all the strange things going on in the new edition. It's beautiful. It feels beautiful. You don't have to look at it. You can just feel it's really, really nice. I'm pretty sure it came from China. Even if it's from China, it works. It works for me. So, okay, bye.